It's time to attack another player city in Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and this one is in the strongest fellowship in the game, well, in our server anyways, and they're sitting at 37,000 ring power per hour, which is a lot more than the last one I attacked, so stick around in this video to see exactly how it goes. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and today we're smashing a city, and I've got a number of armies on standby to make sure this goes well, baby. If you like Lord of the Rings guides designed to help you get value and smash your enemies, consider smashing that subscribe button, but let's get the party started. Now, my heavy hitter is Dwalin. This dude, he's my toughest march. I've got 1,000 of the T4 tanky guys there, 950 ram riders, and 3,600 axe throwers. Let's hit the city and see how this goes. And I have several marches nearby that I'm going to send as follow-up. In fact, I'm just going to start to send them now just to make it happen, to make sure that I get in these hits since they're all full anyways. And I might have selected somebody who's far away. Did I do that? Who did I do? Yes, no, this is all good. I have 3 real fighting armies on their way in to hit this city. Now, my goal is to kill the defenders. I think I have to do that. I mean, I wanted to see how this works in the last city I hit, card up in the top, where I uprooted their city, but they didn't have any defenders at all. They were in a fort literally outside their city. You should not do that because they left their city completely unguarded. I took resources. I uprooted them. I mean, they were here before, and now they're gone. And now I get to hit this player. What will happen when my army hits? I don't know. I have several armies, as I said, nearby that can fight, and I have several armies nearby to destroy the durability of the city, which is listed as a percentage. That's what the enemies will see. But for yourself, you see the actual number. There is a number tied to that. Usually for a player of this size, I would guess, depending on how much they've invested in their battlements, we're looking at, I don't know, like 800,000 durability maybe? Let's see here. Oh, victory? What happened? Oh, I crushed them, man. Just crushed them. They had this army here, Merry and Pippin, with like a teeny amount of troops. They're just gone. Gandalf was here, wrecked that army. They've got a bunch of T3s and a few T2s in there. Okay, crushed them. And then in the next battle report, I mean, I'm barely taking a scratch here. Eowyn gets completely wrecked. She had a tiny amount of units in her army. I mean, this player might be out and about on the map, and they just get wrecked because maybe their main armies are somewhere else. Right? You can't leave your city in this vulnerable state. And now that they've done that, right, I've already done a significant amount of durability damage to this thing. I'm going to send in my other marches that are just here to do some durability damage. And hopefully I didn't send them maybe too soon and get myself into some trouble. But we'll see. I'm going to send these in, send them in. And we'll see exactly what happens here. That all looks right. Those are all the marches I kind of expected to be going. And now they're on their way. So what am I expecting to get out of this? Definitely some resources. How many resources? I don't know. Let's find out, right? The last time I uprooted a city, we were looking at 50k of each. I want 150k of each. Can we pull down 150k of each for this uproot? I mean, I'm going to send some new troops to Dwalin just to get that process started of having a fully effective march on the field here. So I liked having a lot of these axe throwers. That was pretty sweet. But I do want to have enough tank. That's the balance here. Enough tank and enough punch to really get the job done. That takes 30 minutes. So Dwalin is basically locked down for 30 minutes. But to the best of my knowledge, and leave a comment if I'm wrong, but when you send more troops to a march that's in the field, you can always cancel. And when you cancel, they just instantly reappear in your city. So if there's no penalty, I should always do that if I don't think I need the march to do something else right now, which I don't think I do. In fact, I capped on stamina because I was making another video on my Rise of Kingdoms channel. So anyways, that video is about how Rise of Kingdoms made $1 billion, which is kind of crazy. So here we go. We're about to hit the city. Order of operations is definitely wrong here. Would have preferred if I had my fighter up front. Does the city defense refresh the marches and the troops that were there? It looks like if you have troops in your city, but potentially not tied to an army, they don't defend. So any troops he's just got sitting in his barracks are literally sitting in his barracks and not contributing, which is maybe not a bad strategy. Like, you don't want a garbagey commander with no equipment to, like, just lose all your troops, you know? So when you zero a player in this game, you can't really do that. You just uproot them. And if you wanted to just get uprooted and not have the penalty of losing your troops because you think you're up against a superior foe, I guess you just take all the troops out of your commanders, right? And then they're just doing durability damage. Wow. See, I really thought I would need punch to take down the city, and I didn't even need punch, which is crazy. I am going to need to do a lot of durability damage, but I'm going to do that in short order here. And then the city gets uprooted, and then we see yet again how many resources I get. So I think if they had had more commanders with more troops defending their city, they would have had to have defended. But honestly, what I am learning from this is that city defense is really difficult to do. Like, you put your city somewhere it can get uprooted, you would expect them to go uproot you. And a part of what I think is helping here is we still have war status for 4 hours and 42 minutes. So it is a lot fewer attacks for me to uproot this city than it would have been otherwise, which I think is very, very relevant here. And like, look, I'll take the resources because then I can go and I can do, like training with one of my commanders and power level them a bit with mock battling, right? And I have a video dedicated to mock battling. I'll have a card up in the top if you want to check that out. So I think that at this stage of the assault on this city, I no longer want to use my combat armies to attack the city. What I want to use is exclusively my marches that are just here to do siege damage. And basically the way that I've configured my fighters here is I've got 5 commanders leading up to level 40. So 40, 43, 45, 47, and 50, right? Those are my real fighters. And then everything like 31 and below that I have here, they're just here to do durability damage. Like, I'm not actually here to fight with those marches. I'm just here to smash into buildings like I'm doing over here, so that I can take down the durability. And when I take down the durability, I'm not using up very critical stamina from my main marches, right? The punchers can run around and like every move they make is a punch. That's the goal, right? And then these other marches are just here, like you're seeing, to do some durability damage. So this is going to take another couple rounds of hits, I think, in order to get this done. So I will be right back. I'll jump to the future, when I've actually completed all these hits, and we'll see when we uproot them. Okay, we're on our way for the final hit. Haldir is going to have the glory of getting that final hit. How many attacks did it take, though? Honestly, a non-trivial number. The initial attack, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 total attacks. That's a lot of stamina that I had to use here to get this done. So the question is, what kind of resources am I getting? Is this even worth forcing them out of this location? I really don't know if it is, honestly. Like, does it matter? I don't know. When they get uprooted, they'll go somewhere else. So, like, how much have I really accomplished here is a fair ask. But in just a moment, we knock this thing out. We see how many resources we get. And then we can assess how worth it is this. I bet you it is worth it, given how little I had to lose here. Given that I'm attacking the strongest alliance on our server, and also at the same time taking resources. Like that all feels like a win to me, right? That combination of things. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're at war. Okay. Then 5 seconds again, and they're going to disappear. Poof! Ooh, hey! Yep, that was worth it. Totally worth it. Look at those resources, baby. 243, 243, 243, 243. That is 1,000,000 resources. For that amount of stamina and no ability points, I will freaking take it. The war engine is fueled, baby. The war engine is fueled. And I mean, like, do I attack this fort or do I just go find a city to uproot? Because I think the answer is go find some cities to uproot, baby, because the results that you get from hitting a city are way, way better. Hello, baby. You see, I'm like, where's the next target, baby? Where am I going next? Ooh, So hopefully you found this informative and insightful about city uprooting. I'm still like kind of in the early stage of things with figuring out the game. We all really are. So if you're enjoying that, throw a like on here, consider subscribing for Lord of the Rings war videos designed to help you get value and smash your enemies. If there's anything else I should be doing to optimize my gameplay as I go about doing this, definitely let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.